Rosen. Senator Scott, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Ms. Dalton, the 350th Spectrum Warfare Wing, activated in 2021, will be a critical player in the fight against Communist China. They currently have over 330 positions to fill that they can't because they don't have the mission space to allow these people to work. So can you tell me what you're going to do to rectify that?
Senator, thank you so much for the call last week, and thank you for hosting the Spectrum Wing, as well as your considerable support from the state of Florida for space operations. As we discussed, Senator, given the contested operating environment that we find ourselves in, and certainly would find ourselves in a conflict with the PRC, it's absolutely critical that we are both have.
Can I stop you just for a second?
Yep.
Can you just give me, what are you going to do to fix it? That's one issue. That's
Senator,
all I really care about.
You have my commitment to dig into the particulars if confirmed, and to work with you on a pathway forward.
Okay. Can we just go back? When you were Undersecretary of Homeland Security, did you feel responsible for the border?
I did, Senator, and that's why I've made repeated visits there.
So did you ever tell Secretary Mayorkas that he was doing a crappy job?
No, Senator.
So does it bother you that 70,000 people are dying of fentanyl overdose in the country?
It does, very much.
What'd you do? You sold off property. You didn't build the wall. We got terrorists come across our country. We got criminals across our country. We have 8 million people coming unvetted. You're the Undersecretary of Homeland Security. It's the biggest issue in my state. And I can't imagine what it's like in Texas or Arizona right now. You're the Undersecretary, and I've not heard one thing you say today that you took any responsibility for what happened.
Senator, since I have been Assistant Secretary for Homeland Defense and Hemispheric Affairs, the Secretary of Defense has authorized 2,500 National Guard personnel year over year in support of DHS at the southwest border. He has also authorized 1,500 active duty personnel
Go through the
as
numbers.
a surge layer.
Nothing happened. I mean, like, I'm a business guy. If in business, if it didn't work, you change something. The numbers are not the numbers aren't going down. You're responsible for this. You are the Undersecretary, and you're responsible, and nothing got better.
Senator, it's the responsibility of the Department of Homeland Security for border security.
Okay, so what's your responsibility? Did you have none?
I receive requests from the Department of Homeland Security on how they need the Department of Defense to support them, and I provide options to the Secretary of Defense on pathways that are legal, that are appropriate per posse comitatus for our forces, and do not negatively impact training and readiness.
But you never told Mayorkas, you never told anybody else that they weren't doing their job.
No, Senator.
Why not? I mean, you look at the numbers just like we do. You got a family. You care about your family.
I do very much.
Yeah. I mean, so why wouldn't you say something?
Senator, I have attended many meetings internal to the department in the interagency focused on what is happening at the southwest border. I have routinely visited there. In fact, just 2 weeks ago, was down in San Diego, where unfortunately we see a number of special interest migrants coming through the border. I have taken this incredibly seriously in my role. There are limits to what I can do per statute from the Department of Defense on border security.
You didn't say anything. I mean, you said you never said this is not working.
Senator, it is not within my purview to make changes to our overall border security policy. That falls to the Department of Homeland Security.
So, Undersecretary of Homeland Defense, right?
Assistant Secretary of Homeland Defense and Hemispheric Affairs.
I mean, it's just, look at the numbers. Look at the criminals, the terrorists, the drugs, and then like, do you feel a responsibility to give us information? And then it took forever to even get information on what you were selling off.
Senator,
didn't that bother you?
If I may on that point, it does bother me because I take my responsibilities as a Senate confirmed official very seriously. I am disappointed that we have not met the expectations clearly of this body or of Congress. We are a learning organization at the Department of Defense, and you have my commitment going forward in this role and if confirmed as Undersecretary of the Air Force to do better, to provide timely and accurate information when Congress requests it.
Thanks.